Well, here we are at good old Lake Lavon, my home lake, as I've stated many times. And we have one insanely beautiful day. I'm going to turn around here because this is such a beautiful day. It's worth showing. Just not a cloud in the sky to speak of. Almost zero wind. Just a beautiful February day. And to make things even better, I've got a 2019 Nitro Z19. They call it, I guess, a 19. I think it measures on the title or on their brochures and stuff to be 19 feet 4 inches. It's a good sized boat. The Z18, some people, will advertise as a 19 foot because it's like 18.7. This is a much bigger boat than a Z18. And the good news keeps on coming. This thing's got a 200 horsepower Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke. Hydraulic steering. This thing's only got, when I checked it, at 26.9 hours. I'm sure it's got 27 probably and a half hours right now because I've been blasting up and down the lake in it, just digging on this day. But here we go. I'm going to show you this thing running back here, idling. I mean, that's just incredible how smooth they can get one of these 200 horsepower 4-stroke motors to run. You can see it's got a great stream of water coming out of the water check valve. I have run it. It's got incredibly good water pressure. There goes a good looking skeeter. Man, I wished I'd brought my fishing pole and tackle today because this lake is full from all the rain. It is just a mouth-watering day. This thing has got a 24-volt, 80-pound thrust Minn Kota Fortrex trolling motor. I left the seats back at the shop so I could walk around with this thing better. It's got a Garmin 7-inch GPS fish finder up front. And by the way, look, you can check out the seats. No weather damage, no cracking, nothing to, just this thing is just super clean. It's got a Lowrance Hook 5 GPS in the dash. Hydraulic steering, which I probably already have mentioned, but just a really, really neat boat. I've been fortunate to get a couple of really neat boats here lately. Thank goodness this pandemic thing is about over. Although the inventory still haven't caught up in the used boat business yet. Of course, they don't sell as many boats. They do cars and motor homes, travel trailers, that sort of thing. So it takes a lot longer for the inventory to get back into circulation. But at least it's happening a little bit and I'm able to get some cool stuff. Here we go. I'm going to sit down and we'll take a spin. Show you idling here, about 800 RPM, just smooth as glass. I'll rev it up a couple of times so you can see the water pressure. And of course that's only getting us about 1500 RPM. Running wide open, this thing gets up to, shoot, 20, 25 pounds. Excellent water pressure. There's the GPS working here. And this thing's got a hot foot. And it's got the turn signal, tilt and trim options. And so it's that hydraulic steering, hot foot, turn signal trim and all. It's a pretty stable ride. I have already GPSed it because I've been out here a while, and I GPSed it at top speed of 66 Might have a little, if somebody wanted to tinker with it, the props, tinker with the jack plate. Oh, by the way, it's got a jack plate. Then you probably could squeeze a couple more miles an hour if you wanted to. But 66 is smoking on pretty well, so pretty good. So I don't know that I'd bother to touch it. It runs great, just like it is. But here we go. By the way, I won't be able to ring it out because taking videos and trying to drive wide open can be a hair-raising experience. But here we go. This thing planes out in a heartbeat. There we go. We're up and running. Trim this thing up a little bit. With the hydraulic steering, you don't have a problem with torque on the steering wheel, but it does free it up a little bit. You can really tell where the water breaks towards the back of the boat, raising that trim up. Here we go. Up, here we go, we're cruising. Turn around. Show the motor running here. Then there's some throttle. That'll give you an idea. This thing runs really, really good. Fun boat to drive. But that'll pretty much conclude this lake test. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Well, here we go for the land inspection. Walk around, whatever you choose to call it. I just finished the lake test, and so I'm still out here at Lake Lavon. And I like to do these walk-arounds if I can out here because, as I've said many times before, it just makes a much prettier setting. Although it is winter and a lot of the trees don't have leaves, it's still, the lake is a much better setting to shoot pictures or a video of a boat than it is back at just a parking lot. So here we go. 2019 Z19 Nitro, 200 horsepower. I'll walk back here and show that. 200 horsepower Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke. Zoom in a little bit here. It's funny, you can barely read that 200 on there because of they make it kind of a silhouette shadow type writing, but which does look cool when you're in person. It's hard to see it on a video. This thing is super clean, no scratches, no gouges, just a very clean boat. Tandem trailer with brakes, spare tire with the alloy rim. You might be able to see this, it's still got some plastic on it. That's how little this boat's been used. It's got the step on the trailer to make it much easier to get in and out of the boat, to say the least, when you're backing it down the ramp. Like I already said on the lake test, Minn Kota Fortrex 80-pound thrust. And it's got the Garmin 7-inch fish finder GPS. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's got the down imaging and things. This is the optional Fortrex that when you're ordering one of these things out, this is an optional trolling motor. And of course, it's actually got the transducer built in. If you put a hummingbird up here, some of the hummingbirds will connect with that. But this one's got the Garmin, which I really like. They are very, the ones I've used are really, I like the displays on them. They're just very easy to read. Bright. Here's the carpet and everything. Excellent shape. Of course, it's got a really nice stainless steel prop that's impeccable. And it is the Mercury Fury prop, factory. 23 pitch. There's that jack plate I referred to earlier on the test drive. It's got the boat buckle tie downs in the back, so you don't have to worry about hooking them through the loop and all. They're already there, and they're a neat thing with the ratchets and all. They hold it down well too. Here's the other side. Of course, it's got the alloy wheels. This side's virtually scratch free also. Show the dash one more time. And the seats. Super clean boat. And of course, Tracker uses that, whatever you call it, rhino liner or whatever you call it, that paint on the trailers that's really cuts down the chips. Oh, this thing's also got the keel guard on it. And as you can see, this bottom is just slick. I mean, if there's a mark on it, it would be probably from sliding it on the trailer, and it's nothing that won't wax off. Just a nice boat all the way around. Wind's kicked up probably 3 to 5 miles an hour, so there is a ripple out there. But what a day. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. I'll see if I can't combine these two videos. I doubt I'll ever get proficient at this computer video stuff, but I'll do my best anyhow. Thanks again.